It's Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everyone. We are here again at the South Shore Plaza Mall for episode 4. We will be interviewing in honor of fathers for Father's Day. Are you guys excited for this episode? We are. I mean, we're a little nervous, but let's get it. We got this.
What's new? Let's see what you guys have to say about your daddies.
Let's go. All right, what's one thing that your father taught you that stuck with you?
Don't get girls pregnant.
Okay, what else?
He taught me how to steal the ball. Like, you know how like they be dribble it?
Yeah.
You go, psh, and you.
He taught you how to do that.
Yeah.
Is your dad who started playing basketball first? Is that why you started playing ball?
I think so.
Okay, that's good. That's a nice memory. So, do you think your dad wants you to act like this at the mall?
Yeah. No.
He does?
Nah.
If you were to call your dad right now, what would he say?
Probably wouldn't answer.
I'll do it.
Okay. What's one thing that your dad has taught you that has stuck with you?
Don't take nothing from nobody. You know, he always told me to just be myself and not let anybody try to discard that from me. So yeah.
Just about that, man.
All right, thank you.
All right.
What's one thing that nobody told you about fatherhood?
One thing that what?
Nobody told you about fatherhood that was like unexpected for you that you wish you were prepared for.
I would have to say the trials and tribulations of just being a father. Just pretty much being there every day, making sure that you don't give up, going through the emotional roller coaster. Just knowing what you've been through as a man, and at the same time, what that child might go through.
Right.
I think that's something that I didn't personally have, or no one taught me that I was going to have to go through as a father.
So how did you get through it? Or are you still working through it?
Man, we're all students, we're all teachers to the day we return, you know what I'm saying? To the day we die. So it's a learning process.
There's one thing that you can tell people about relationships in terms of who they have a child with. What would you say?
Choose wisely.
Thank you. What's one thing that nobody told you about fatherhood?
One thing nobody told me about fatherhood, man, there's a lot of things. I think it's the idea of like just how adaptable you have to be. So I have 2 boys. One is 3, one is 10 months. And so there's just a lot, like I'm used to having a routine in terms of just like working out, working on my business, just be able to do my own thing, work on my career. And so you just kind of have to, they come first, and then you have to figure out a way around that where you can still find space for yourself, but you're still making sure they're taken care of and you have time to bond with them and connect with them and show them good values. So I think that was the biggest thing of like, oh damn, like I really got to get creative, so I wake up.
Sounds like you're doing a good job.
I'm trying.
Figuring it out.
I'm trying. I wake up at 4 a.m. to do that. So yeah, because there's no other time. I'm really like, I'm on with them. I got work, and then I'm back and I'm on again, and then it starts over the next day. And then you got the, I own a home, so I got the chores. I'm the landlord. So it's like,
around the clock.
Yeah, but I figured I could be miserable and miss out on this time with them, or I could carve out time for myself and then, spend the rest of the day, being with them and try to be, the best father I can be for them. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not a morning person, so it took a lot for me to be like, let me wake up at 4 a.m. But I've gotten into a habit. I'm making it work. I'm able to be there for them, take care of them and all that. Take them out to the mall. We're trying to find Space Zero actually, so he can run around. That way. Yeah, that's where we were headed. We got lost, but gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to find an elevator.
One more question.
Sure.
So, is there anything that your father taught you that has stuck with you that you applied to being a dad?
Yeah, I think for me it was just don't be rigid. I'm very lucky. I had a father who, although he'd be late to pick me up sometimes and this and that, but he'd always be there, and then he'd always make time. And he wasn't of the mindset of like, oh, your mom, that's your mom's territory and that's my territory. It was just like, okay, your mom has to travel an hour away, so I'm going to be the one getting you up for school, right? Like your mom's going to get back late, so I'll be the one to make dinner and you guys wash dishes when you're old enough. And so it was like, okay, let's be creative because this is a partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to figure this ish out together, right? It's us, and so that was really helpful for me. So like going into my marriage, I'm like, oh, it doesn't have to be this way or that way. Like you're not in charge of dishes and I'm in charge of the lawn. Like what actually makes sense, you know? And let's figure that out. And so that's actually been really rewarding because we have that relationship where we can talk it out and be like, all right, you're working this many hours. I have these meetings. I have this thing with a client. All right, so what actually makes sense right now so that everything's taken care of. So, yeah.
So what would you advise someone who didn't have that example that you had?
I think get yourself around good people. Get yourself around good role models. I think particularly if you're a man of color, I think there's a lot of BS out there about what it means, especially this day and age. A lot of toxic masculinity about what it means to be a good man and a good father. And so you need to be around people. This is him wanting attention.
That's all right.
No attention for like 5 minutes. But haha, you want attention? You feel ignored? Yeah, so I think get yourself around good role models. Like one of my good friends, he's a father of 2. He's always there for his kids. You know, even when I'm free and I'm like, oh, let's go out, let's hang out. He's like, nah, I got to take him to basketball. I got to do this. And we figure it out. And so like seeing him and how he's holding it down, like inspires me to, you know, continue to hold it down. And I think that's huge, right? Because if you just rely on YouTube or like gender stereotypes or whatnot, like you'll end up doing stuff that you'll regret, right? You'll end up missing out a lot of time with your kids, you know, missing out on these smiles and like these adventures that we go on, you know, every week. And I don't want to be in my deathbed being like, why did I listen to people that I don't know and don't know me on how I should show up as a man and how I should show up as a father, you know? Why don't I do something that's true to myself? So, yeah, that's that.
What's one thing that your father taught you that has stuck with you?
It would have to be, and that's a hard question because he taught me a lot.
Okay.
He taught me a lot of things, but
okay, if you choose to have children, what's one thing that your father taught you that you would want to pass down to your children?
Let them be them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my child like gay, whatever it may be, I don't care. Whatever my child is, I'm still gonna love my child because that's my child. You know what I'm saying? That's my offspring. That's me.
Right.
So I'm always gonna love my child regardless. So just learn to like love your child no matter what, no matter how you feel or how like someone else feels. That's your child. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
So do you feel like their father gave that to you?
Definitely. I feel like at first it was really rocky, but like after living with him, like we really get into like know each other, that like all that solved each other, and then that's my best friend. I talk to him about stuff that I wouldn't talk to my mom about. And that's crazy. So yeah.
Did you live with your mom first and then
I live with my mom and then I live with my dad and for like a year because I was moving here.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Florida. Yeah.
And it made a difference for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Like in helping you become a man. Do you feel like you needed that time with your dad?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely healed us. It healed us completely damn near.
I love that. Thank you. That was good.
One thing my dad taught me that stuck with me is financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I try to like, even though my dad isn't rich or anything, but like he's able to provide enough. So I try to like be better than him in a sense because that's what he wants me to do, be better than him in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where like I started like companies and stuff like that. So trying to like grow. So, and he also taught me a lot about masculinity, being a man and just being able to stick up for what you believe in. Like whatever you want to do in life, go for it with God, keeping God close to you and go for it. Don't stop until you reach it. Have goals, have standards, not goals. So.
Okay. Do you want to shout him out? You want to thank
My
him
cousin?
for anything? No, your dad.
Yo, you're pointing at him.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Dad, for everything, for providing, even though we didn't have it. And I just appreciate you for instilling a mindset in me that I was able to develop to the course of my years. So thank you.
It's Daisha and Whitney. And we just concluded episode 4 in honor of Father's Day. My gosh. So it started out kind of rocky. I'm not even going to lie. We're going to be
kind of or really rocky.
You want to tell them why?
Okay, so Daisha had a conversation with me before we started filming this that she felt like it was going to be a little bit hard to get people to express their gratitude for dads, or, we didn't know how to really take the conversation where it needed to be because we didn't want to offend people or make them feel
uncomfortable because we weren't sure who has a father in their life versus who doesn't. More than likely, you have a mother that raised you versus having a father that raised you. So we didn't want to make assumptions and just say, can you tell us something about your father? Things like that. So it was hard trying to figure out how to navigate that. So we did have some experiences in the mall where we came across people who were like, I don't have a father, or I don't want to talk about that man. And it was a little sad, because that's not the experience we had when we interviewed for Mother's Day. Oh, go ahead.
And it wasn't to throw shots at dads or make them feel like dads aren't present, because we know that for a fact because we've had our dads in our life, and we know multiple people who've had their dads in their life. So for that to just be the overall feeling that we got from people in the beginning really made us a little discouraged, but we kept on pushing through.
Yes, we did. And we got some wonderful, wonderful interviews. We cannot wait for you guys to watch them. Oh, wait, no, this is the end of the... This is the end. This is the end of the episode. So you watched it. I'm sure you enjoyed it. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Please let us know in the comments what you thought. We put a lot of hard work and courage into doing this because it's not easy to go out into the public and interview strangers. So thank you to those of you who have continued to tune in and continue to support us.
And we just want to let you know that, there might be like maybe 5 or 6 interviews, but we was really out here for like 6 hours. All right.
We were. We got here at 12, 12:30.
I got 3.
And what time is it right now? Almost 5. So
almost 5 o'clock. So 5 hours.
We've been out here doing work. Okay,
and
guys.
We want the fathers to know that, we're not counting you out. We appreciate you. We respect you. We understand that your journey might be different than ours. And we understand that, it's hard to be a dad. And we appreciate you dads who are showing up and, showing your children the right steps, the paths to take. And we appreciate you.
And we also understand the importance of fathers being present. So thank you to those dads that are present in their children's lives, whether you're with the mom or not. Choosing to show up is not always easy, depending on your circumstances. So thank you on behalf of the Nobody Told Us podcast. And with that, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. And like we said to the mothers, everybody got a mother and everybody got a daddy. So we hope that you're able to wish your father happy Father's Day, whether it's on this earth or in heaven. And yeah, see you soon.
All right. Bye.